The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister began by extending his hand in partnership and trust and addressed the Wet'suwet'en, Mohawk and other Indigenous leaders.
We are listening. We are not asking that you stop standing up for your communities, your rights, and for what you believe. We only ask that you be willing to work with the federal government as a partner in finding solutions.
Then it was Conservative leader Andrew Scheer's turn to talk.
Mr. Speaker, that was the weakest response to a national crisis in Canadian history.
Scheer wants immediate action to end the blockades and continues to blame a small group of radicals of trying to shut down Canada's oil and gas industry.
They may have the luxury of not having to go to work every day. They may have the luxury of not facing repercussions for skipping class, but they are blockading our ports, our railways, and our borders, and our roads and highways. And they are appropriating an Indigenous agenda which they are willfully misrepresenting.
Conservative MP Jamie Schmill is Vice Chair of the House's Standing Committee on Indigenous Peoples. APTN News asked him whether a small outside group was behind the Tyendinaga blockade.
Many circumstances, not to the point you mentioned near Belleville, you are correct, but in other areas of the country, there are people with no connection to First Nations communities that are bringing this into their agenda of shutting down oil and gas development within Canada.
Green MP Elizabeth May said decades of injustice means there will be no quick solutions, and that Indigenous people have the rule of law on their side as well.
And maybe the leader of the official opposition, referring to a small group of radical activists, meant the 9 judges of the Supreme Court of Canada.
However, Scheer continued to pressure the Prime Minister on a timeline during question period.
Oh, simple question. On what day will these illegal blockades be taken down?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister. The short-term, forceful approaches proposed by the Conservatives would end up harming the very farmers, small business owners, and workers across this country with their heavy-handed approach that would plunge the country into long-term chaos.
Scheer continued his attacks on Trudeau after QP, calling his conduct in the House a complete weakness. Todd Lamarand, APTN National News, Ottawa.